You might be thinking, not another goal-setting program. Goal setting is so much a key to success that it's become cliche. We know it, but most of us don't do it. First, we want you to know that this is not just another lame goal-setting program. It gives you everything you need to achieve your goals, to break through, and to create lasting transformation. Second, regardless of how cliche it is, setting goals is vital if you want a chance of fulfilling your dreams. According to a study published by the University of Scranton, people who explicitly make resolutions are 10 times more likely to attain their goals than people who don't explicitly make resolutions. 10 times more likely. Those are some good odds.
So most people only consider their goals once per year, around New Year's Eve. But that same study shows that less than 50% of people even actually make a New Year's resolution, and that only 8% of those people actually succeed. That may sound pretty low, but it's still 10 times more likely to lead you to succeed than if you didn't make a resolution at all. However, your odds could be much, much greater. What if you could learn what that 8% of people who succeeded at the resolutions did differently, and then do that? Well, to be honest with you, you can. Here's another study that provides a clue. In 1953, Yale University conducted interviews with their graduating class. One of the questions they asked was, do you have a clear, specific set of goals with a plan for achieving it? And in fact, only 3% of people who responded said yes. 23 years later, those alumni were interviewed again. And guess what? Those 3% who had written plans were found to be more well-adjusted, happy about their life than others. But that's not all. What was most impressive is that the net worth of those 3% who had specific goals and plans was more than the 97% combined of the rest of those people surveyed. So what's the clue? No, it's not that you need to go to Yale University. It's that even supposedly smarter, best educated people succeed because they have a clear goal and a plan to achieve it.
Now we've learned one of the factors that separates those who succeed from those who fail. But there's more. Now I'm going to go over the 9 reasons why New Year's resolutions fail and why most people do not achieve their goals. First, they don't have goals. I mean, everyone wants things, but in order to be a goal, it needs to be stated explicitly. Setting goals matters because with goals, they create their future in advance. Their only choice, otherwise, is to deal with whatever hand they're dealt, which usually means doing what they should and living other people's dreams. We think that creating your destiny is a much better way to live than accepting the default. Second, their goals don't inspire them. Usually, it's because their goals aren't what they really want. They don't know why they want what they want, and they don't want it bad enough. One of our favorite quotes by Anthony Robbins is, "You see, the meaning, the purpose behind why you want what you want is more important than the outcome. It's not about the accolades or the stuff. It's who you become because of them." The third reason is that their goals aren't specific enough. For example, a man says, "I want to be a leader for my family," which begs the question, well, what's preventing you from being a leader for your family? He responds, "I'm not focused enough," which leaves the question, well, what does that mean? Focused on what? You see, without a specific goal, it's impossible to identify what you need to actually do or change. Fourth, they don't write it down. When you write down your goals and desires, you become a creator. Seeing it on paper helps bring clarity. It makes it real. Writing it down tells yourself that you really mean it. Not to mention that every study we have ever read about success and goal achievement shows very clearly that taking goals out of your head and making them concrete by writing them into a statement or better yet, a plan, is absolutely mandatory for achieving that goal. Fifth, they don't have an actionable plan. A plan means a plan of action. Otherwise, it's just a neat list of ideas. Writing down goals is important, but breaking them down into steps that can be actually taken is one of the only ways that you can have any power to create those goals. Sixth, they don't take right action. This is the defining step that most people miss, taking the steps. There's a big movement of people waking up to recognize the power of their thoughts, their focus, and their intentions. But they failed to understand that to intend means intend to do. It is true that you cannot force anything to happen, and in fact, you probably shouldn't try to force it. Goal attainment isn't about relentless action, it's about right action. It's about getting your mind focused with clarity on the outcomes you want and then taking deliberate steps in that direction. 7. They get derailed by roadblocks. The biggest roadblock of all is being caught off guard by roadblocks. The key here is to anticipate that there will be setbacks and obstacles along the way. No matter how meticulously you plan, life will always throw something on your trail. It's never going to be perfect. Not being prepared for this can lead a bump in the road to knock you off course for good. 8. They keep doing what doesn't work. They say, I've tried like 1,000 ways. But when you ask them to name those ways, it turns out they really tried about 3, and they tried those same 3 things over and over again. They don't assess what is working and what's not working. They don't reevaluate their plan. But just like a baby who's learning to walk, don't give up after falling 3 times. Keep trying new strategies until you find the one that works. And finally, they don't have accountability. Most people don't address the fact that starting or stopping a habit or making a long-term change can be really hard. Commitment to change takes vigilance, which takes accountability to something or someone outside of themselves.
So now what? You know what leads to failure. You know what leads to success. In this course, we will give you everything you need to avoid these mistakes, and we will give you a blueprint of actionable steps to get you there. So you'll set specific, actionable, inspirational goals. You'll write a strategic, detailed plan. You'll know exactly what steps to take next. You'll overcome roadblocks and learn from your mistakes, and you'll learn to stay on track with a full year of content and support. We have used these goal-setting techniques for ourselves and our clients, and they've proven over and over again to be a catalyst to success. The truth is that change isn't hard. Life changes in a single moment. Everything else leading up to that moment is planning, preparation, and inspired action. Getting you ready to take advantage of that opportunity to transform when the timing is right. This course has the potential to prepare you for your breakthrough and give you a blueprint to use over and over again as you achieve your goals and pursuit of your life's biggest dreams. All it takes is for you to commit to yourself and to commit to making this year be your most amazing year.